Omicron.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
It seems like it made the rounds over the holidays, and now it's still kind of making the rounds because everyone got sick with it. So, today, last week was Anakate, yes?
Yep.
I believe so.
In the rotation, we go back around to Beryl for this week. And May, June, you would be on deck for next week. Are you okay doing it this week, Beryl?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to stuff my face first, but I will start taking notes thereafter.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, Anna-Kate, do you want to give us a quick recap of last time?
Sure. So we decided to try to track whoever was controlling the ghouls. We went back to the altar room, and Beryl found tracks leading out into the hallway. So we followed them. Eventually, it led to a larger hallway, but then off to a smaller tunnel that caused us, well, Mei-Jun in particular, to have to squeeze through. And we heard some sounds that sounded like something large walking around up ahead. So we decided to be as quiet as possible to avoid its attention. We entered an area where there was water and green slime all over the place. And as we were moving to the first room in that area, some of the slime began moving toward us, and we were attacked by ochre jellies. So Beryl cast Flame Shield and then changed into a bear, and Reed banished a couple of them. The rest of us handled melee fighting, and as I say, I forget exactly what Sim was doing, but I'm sure it was helpful. At any rate, we finished them off with very little strain. Next, we came to a hallway that was patrolled by a stone golem. We decided to avoid it for now. As we were walking, we spotted an old chest in the northern passage. Gmork decided to try to open it, and it attacked him. It was a mimic, and it gave us quite a scare. Anyone who attacked it in close combat would get stuck to it. Luckily, we were able to kill it before anyone was badly injured. Inside, we found a doll that talked through some magical means and was generally regarded as creepy. The stone golem went to the south, but that was also where the tracks led. So Beryl volunteered to scout in that direction. She found some doors and turned into a spider to go under one. She came back quickly and turned back into a kobold and tried to get us to go back up the hall so she could tell us that the room was filled with ghouls and a woman that knew that she was there without seeing. We decided to go back. We locked the door across the hallway so something could come from that direction and ambush us. And then Reed knocked on the door. The woman invited us inside, and it was just like Beryl said. Woman introduced herself as Elodie. I can't remember now. Blackmane. Blah blah blah. Anyway. So she was working on taking control of the ghouls from the Alhoun. She was a necromancer. She did not know Lady Softspire by name, but knew someone had brought soldiers to Issac and was killing undead. She offered to help us find our friends if we would help her get rid of the Empire's presence in the city. And Reed seems to be considering it, but he wanted to talk to us about it in private. All the rooms around were also filled with ghouls, so we went further north, found the hall that was on the other side of iron bars we saw near the entrance. We were resting in that room, and then we heard a strange howling or crying sound nearby. I couldn't rest, so I decided to go look for it. At the eastern end of the hallway, past some quicksand or a sinkhole, I found a wall that appeared different from the others, and the sound seemed to be coming from behind it. There were small holes in the wall, but no light coming through for me to see anything. Tried to quietly widen one of the holes, and the wailing sound stopped. I waited in silence for a short time, but nothing happened, so I went back to the group and explained what happened. Sim said that what I described sounded like a banshee, so it's probably a good thing that I did not encounter it alone. So we continued our discussion about whether to align with Softspire or Blackmane, but did not make a decision by the end of the session.
All right. So it is the morning of the 62nd of autumn, 10:45-ish. I have Barrels on Scribe, and Reed is leader, and Barrel's also doing quartermaster. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes. What did you say the date is in game?
The current date is the 62nd of autumn.
Thank you.
And it's 10:45 a.m. at the start. Yeah, it's session 78. What does everyone want to do?
Have we completed our short rest?
Yes, I believe so.
Delightful.
And I'm assuming that I didn't benefit from it since I went exploring.
I don't think you did anything strenuous. You just teleported, right?
Yeah, I teleported once and I did Step of the Wind once.
Step of the Wind, you'd spend key to do that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so probably not now, since you
Okay, that's fine.
did expend a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm down 2 key points at the moment.
Right, so the wailing sounds seem to have ceased, and it is quiet for the moment. The gross water continues to flow from opening over here and down into the drain over here, which is somewhat flooded. And of course, there's green slime on the other side of the room. Probably with a bunch of rat bones in it.
Well,
I'd say at this point we need to decide what to do. I'd say, Reed would gather everyone up together and say, we can try to get this necromancer to maybe aid us in attacking the vampires, or we could just leave Issyk and travel elsewhere, but this would mean I don't know if leaving Issyk would allow us to find a way to get to Shock and rescue our friends.
I agree. I'm not sure if I necessarily care one way or the other what happens to Issyk, but I think that my priority is finding Shock and our hobgoblin companions, and also Sorelia. And so far, the only person who seems like they might actually fucking know something is this lady. So, if it were me, I'd opt for her assistance, but obviously, it's not just me.
To be fair, LOD lady said she could try to help us find information, as just like Chiron and Gyra trying to help tribe find information. Just like Lady Blackspire said, other experts, contacts of Black, would try to help find information. No one solid helped tribe find Shock yet.
Just what is it that this necromancer would have us do, in any case?
That's a good question. I don't think that we ironed out the details, but I imagine that it involves convincing the humans to leave.
So she had mentioned that she needed help getting or finding the second obsidian altar to try to take control of more of the ghouls, was one thing she mentioned. She mentioned that the humans were a problem and that the city of Issyk should be free of them and just kept to the undead. But she didn't seem like she was completely sold on that, just that the new soldiers were kind of killing her ghouls and would possibly get in the way of this place being of the undead.
Yeah, the Empire. If it were only Lady Softspire, perhaps we convince her to leave. But she is only first of more. If we let her continue as she is, there will be war here. And war... I do not think trying to traverse battlefield will be very helpful to us find Shock, however we do.
Seems like perhaps helping this necromancer is not in our long-term interest. Then it might help us get more information about the Shadowfell, but it might not. And in any case, I don't think it's going to help stabilize the region.
Right.
Well,
I mean, my personal feeling is the dead should stay dead, and I am not comfortable with assisting someone who wants to use these ghouls for some purpose that is unclear to us.
that seems fair and wise.
On the other hand, a voice says in your head, if she can wrest them from the Alhoun, that could be useful. And only you hear that.
And I would whisper back, useful to whom?
Well, it might make things easier. She seems like she'd be easier to control than an undead mind flayer. None of you heard that, except for Miss Wren.
So, we temporarily ally with the necromancer and see if she could help us with the vampires. And in return, we'll speak to the Softspire humans and get them out of the church. Once they're out of the church, we'll tell the necromancer that, you know, there's a second altar there.
Anna Kate, what say you to this suggestion? I think you're the one with the most opinion regarding the dead. Do you think that this is a fair compromise in terms of
Yes, I will.
mutual beneficent, or being mutually beneficial, or do you think that this constitutes, you know, aiding evil? It's a bit of a gray area, I think.
I don't like her, but I will do what Reed thinks is best.
Yeah, I think we all don't like her, but you know, we're putting on.
I got the impression that at least one of us kind of liked her.
I forgot about that.
And I liked her.
Gamork and Reed.
Okay, then 2.
I have worries. If we attempt some compromise or perhaps betrayal, I fear we end up with more enemies in Isaac, and we need friends.
Perhaps, yes. I think that it might benefit us to just be honest. We'll say we're willing to help. Well, we're willing to speak to the Softspires on her behalf if she is willing to help us with the necromancers, and that would be the limitation of our arrangement. And if
With
she
the vampires.
yeah, what did I say? The undead.
The necromancer.
In
Oh.
any case,
Yeah,
there is little we can do now to prevent the Empire's arrival. The forces were marshaled and mustered far away, perhaps already coming. What can we
Indeed.
do?
I don't think it's worth trying to tell them that they can't come here, but it may be worth telling them that the undead are not mindless and without structure. Perhaps we can make inroads between the Empire and this Elodie.
You don't have any NPCs with you, right?
Not as far as I'm aware.
All right.
Not
I
at
think
this
we
moment.
left-
No.
Yeah, Melody is in the library with Chiron, and I think she was the last NPC we had.
All right. Other than Anna or Kate. What's your alternate name? Kate?
Anna Kate.
Anna's your
Anna
name.
and Kata.
Kata. So yeah, other than Kata in Miss Wren's head.
Yeah.
Who seems to
Well,
be
and
a
Shadow
bit of a
Strider.
reemergence. Shadow Strider doesn't usually talk though, unless you talk to it.
So that
Well,
was not
Mei-Jun's weapon.
Shadow Strider was talking to me before.
Mei-Jun doesn't have shit. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't think Xanthanor has ever spoken to me outside of telling me to get the fuck out of his head.
Yeah.
Her head. Their
The
head.
Chaos. Well, the Chaos Blade. I don't think has it ever just spoken to you. I think every time you tried to speak to it, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Yeah, I
I
think
have not spoken to it yet.
primarily. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh, were you talking about Shadow Strider? Never mind.
Yeah, Shadow Strider, the Chaos Blade.
Early on, it would occasionally like weigh in on stuff with Guyvok,
Oh yeah,
but
maybe a little bit.
it's been a while since. Yeah, it's been a while since it volunteered any information. Usually, it's when I ask something.
All right, fair enough. So yeah, what does everyone want to do?
I guess we'll go visit the necromancer and see what kind of a deal we can strike up.
Sounds good.
All right, so you travel back through the dungeon.
Does everybody remember the way?
I think the doors were
Follow
left
me,
open.
I know the way.
Over the dirt path you made through the green slime, which is already starting to regrow.
We've been in games where the most useful thing about the broom of flying was that it was a broom that was resistant to damage by weird things, so that we could just explore dungeons more safely.
Poke things with it.
Yeah. We actually used it as the broom a ton.
Alright, so you get back down to the door. It is currently closed.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I can't
nudge
find you
Mei-Jun in the back.
guys. Oh, now I found you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and open the door if it's just ready to open.
Alright, so you push the door inward, once again revealing the room. The ghouls still sit motionless, as Elodie looks like she is looking over some papers, maybe scrolls, it's hard to tell from here. But as you open the door, she turns around as if kind of readied for an attack. Then she says, it's so you all, and she relaxes a bit. Welcome back. I hope
These look like just average ghouls. I mean, she's got like, are these like bodyguard ghouls? Are they dressed up? They have little bow ties or anything?
they just seem like ghouls. Some of them have sustained damage, but for the most part, they just look like other ghouls you've seen.
Okay.
She says, I hope you found your stay somewhat comfortable. I know it is a dirty old sewer, but I noticed you didn't stay in any of the rooms with my pets.
You noticed that, did you?
They don't smell good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just curious. How did you know we didn't stay in any of the rooms with the other?
Because I walked around later to see if I could find you.
I see.
And
They're just not cuddly.
I suppose they're not. Have you thought about my offer?
Yes, yes, we've considered it, and we would like to, on your behalf, we could speak to the humans, the soldiers up above in Char, and get them to, and perhaps persuade them to leave the city. If we were successful, that would avoid bloodshed, and then you could finish your studies here and enjoy the rewards that this great city has to offer in terms of knowledge and treasure. In return, we would ask your help with a pack of vampires that have infested the lower tunnels beneath the keep. Possibly with your soldiers here.
I could probably try to help you. I don't have much interest in vampires, so it's probably best for everyone that they be taken care of. More than likely, their goals will conflict with mine. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Ooh.
Alright.
Oh, Reed. No.
She says, well, there is something else I would ask of you, though. I was thinking about it last night. If I'm going to bring in more ghouls under my influence, I need a safe place to keep my armies, well hidden from both the humans and any other enemies I might amass. And this sewer seems like a good place to store them. However, with the golem and the strange screeching noises, I fear that they'd be in danger of attack. I was wondering if you could maybe deal with any enemies in this area to make this place safer for me.
You mean the Banshee?
Is that what it is? That
It
makes
seems
sense.
likely.
You'd
Yes.
think a necromancer would know, but
He says, well,
She only has a bachelor's degree. You need like a
My-
master's.
my expertise is more in necromancy, not necessarily the specific types of undead. Necromancy
yeah,
is
Anna
much
Kate
more...
is like
Go ahead.
Anna Kate rolls her eyes.
She
She's
says,
definitely not liking this person.
necromancy is much more than undead, my dear. Undead is but a small part. She says, the ghouls are a means to an end, but there's a lot more power in this city from whatever ritual was done here.
And what is that end again?
She says, well, for me, right now, securing some of the energies and the undead resources is my goal. Once I have those secured, well, I don't know yet. She says, I was more here for study, and this opportunity presented itself. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to do next. Once I've...
Can I do an insight check on that? Do I believe her?
Sure.
That was going to be my question as well.
Oh yes, I
Oh.
totally believe her.
You can't really get a good reading. It's hard to say. She doesn't seem overly like she's lying to you.
Yes.
But, yeah. She says, well, like I said, I'm not sure. I'm still considering that.
So, if we were to do this thing and take care of this creature so that you could expand your dominion over these sewers, you would then... How would you assist us with these vampires exactly?
She says, well, vampires, I actually know a little bit about vampires. I don't know how helpful my ghouls could be against them, but with my powers of necromancy, some of my spells could be beneficial. My ghouls would be much better at dealing with larger groups of enemies or destroying small fortifications, things like that. Still, they could help with a distraction if you needed my help in attacking some sort of vampire base. bringing them in with you would give the vampires much more targets.
You would accompany us with our task to clean out these vampires.
I could.
As an adventurer.
I could come with you, yes. She says, whatever you feel, well, is that the deal then? That you would clear out this place for me and I would come with you to help wipe out these vampires?
Yeah, if you were to do that for us, then we would speak with the soldiers of Softspire and persuade them to leave Issac peacefully.
So you would clear this place out and try to speak with the soldiers on my behalf.
Yes.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
She says, well, that seems like a fair deal. I'm curious why you're so interested in destroying these vampires. Are they an enemy of yours?
We believe one of our former associates might be... I don't know. In league with them? I don't know how to say that. But I think destroying them would make Issac we'd be better off here.
Most likely. Vampires are or can be agents of chaos. Have you spoken to them yet, as you did to me?
No, we tried to, and they referred to us as food.
Of course they did. Well, as I said, this seems like a good deal. We can work on making this area safer for my armies, and then maybe I can even turn this into some kind of lab. And in return, I will help you deal with these vampires.
All right. Should
She
we?
says, there are two parts to this. Obviously, there's the golem and the banshees, but there's also another strange foe in the area. If you go south of here, so I wanted to make sure I told you about that before we agreed to anything. Are you familiar with something called a Oblex?
Yes,
yeah.
we are.
She says there seems to be a somewhat of a small infestation of them to the south. Some sort of psychic jelly creatures. So they would have to be taken care of too.
Lovely.
Deal just keeps getting worse and worse.
Do you say that?
No, I'm yeah, just muttering it under my breath.
So, if we can do this, then this place should be safe. If you can help me clear them out.
Okay. What does everybody think? Which one first?
I mean, I guess the golem is closer, right?
She says, I have
Yeah.
not explored either area, so there may be other things there. So keep an eye out. Although there may also be treasures down here that could be of use to you.
I would hope.
You will, of course, get full claim on anything you find in those areas.
And with that, the deal becomes perhaps a little better.
Perhaps. What if we deal with 2 of these 3 threats, and instead of dealing with the third, because we don't really like Oblexes, we give you the last 2 magical items that we found?
She looks a little curiously at
What's
what are
behind
those?
door number 3?
What magical items would those be?
I mean, they are obviously magical items that any you know budding necromancer would like to get their hands on.
She is looking a bit curiously now and says, "Do you know what they are? There are many magical items, not all of which are useful."
All right. Well, I'll do a little show and tell, and I will show her the pole of angling and the doll.
What?
Seems like she would really like the doll.
She might like the doll.
She gives you a bit
I
of a
think she
look,
would.
and she says, "So, a magical fishing pole and a magical doll.
Yes,
What would I do with those?"
that's what we thought as well.
Give me a persuasion check. She says, "For purely academic reasons, I might want to study them, but they would not be of much use to me." She says,
You
"Well,
could probably animate the doll with the spirit of maybe a murderer who was recently executed, and use that for your nefarious schemes."
She laughs a little. She says, "Who said my schemes were nefarious?" "I'll tell you what," she says. "If you wish to not deal with the Oblexes, I will try to figure out another way of dealing with them myself. So if you can clean out the other parts of this dungeon, I will at least call that part of our deal done."
Okay, excellent.
Actually, can I do a perception check to see if there's a tiny pink cord connected to her going somewhere outside the room?
If there's a pink cord? No, it doesn't look
I
like...
mean, what I remember of Oblexes.
Yeah, no, she doesn't look like she is an Oblex's puppet. It would be really hard to hide that, because she's standing on the white stone.
Oh, okay. I thought they, I thought they looked just like the people.
They do, but they do have that slimy attachment on them.
That's what I was looking for. Okay. Gotcha.
She says, "Good luck to you, and thank you again. I appreciate this."
All right.
She says, "You'll find your enemies, I would assume, beyond the eastern door that goes into the old elven ruins."
Okay. And I will. Do we hear any golems marching?
You have not so far.
All right. I will peek into the hallway.
Alright, it looks clear. So far, so good.
Meijun, you want to take point here and just lead us to the east?
Sure can. I'll squeeze my way through here.
Alright, so you come to a closed door.
And this is the one where we saw the golem footprints walking into earlier, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I will attempt to... Does it push open or pull open?
This one opens inward.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I
call
think
it
that
push.
is. Okay. Yeah, I'll attempt to push it open, I think.
Alright, the door scrapes along the floor a bit. It opens into another hallway that looks a little bit different. Does anyone have history?
Nope.
Did you say
Nope.
you do or don't? No? Alright.
Nope.
I do.
If you have history, you can make a history check. You might know something.
Oh wow, this is going to be awesome. Whenever it decides to catch up. Wow, it didn't show anything. Oh, there it
There you
goes.
go.
No, you. These hallways look like they are designed. The design of them looks a little bit different from the ones you're in now, but you're not sure what that means. You see the hallway goes down a bit, and there is a door here, but it also continues to the east.
Okay. I think I'll just be of the mind that I'd like to keep following the golem footprints, since I think that's why we're here. So. Does it look like it went into this door, or it continues on?
Give me a survival.
Nope.
Jeez.
Get all those low rolls out of the way, everybody.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's hard to tell. The signs of passage are all kind of smeared from the mud, so you're not sure where the tracks go.
Can Beryl help?
Yeah. So with the 22 barrels looking around, you see small cracks in the wall from where the golem's foot may have impacted while it was walking, and you think they go this way.
These tracks this way. Not sure how old, but not through door.
I'll give Beryl a nod, and I'll attempt to follow him.
I kind of want to see what's in the door or on the other side.
Did I see a thing? Yeah, did it?
What's your perception?
Not probably. Well, maybe. 15.
Give me a yeah. You thought you saw something move up ahead.
Yep. I'll just sort of. I'll put a hand up for a second. I'll turn to the group and I'll just say something is around. Stay attentive. And then I'll.
Oh, not golem-ish, something other than a golem?
Yeah, it was way smaller and way faster.
Okay. And we're also seeking to destroy a banshee, right? Does anyone know about banshees?
I failed a check last week to see what I knew, so maybe someone else. Sim told us.
Yeah, religion might tell you something.
Sim, what can you tell us about banshees before we encounter one? Oh God.
Just get 'em out of the
Wow.
way. Just get him out of there.
Apparently not much.
Okay.
Jeez. All right, so just on the screen right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ones and a 2. Off to a
Nailed
great
it.
start.
So I'll just assume like a defensive position with my guandao pointed forward, and I'll proceed slowly.
Alright, so you step down the hallway. It looks like it turns in 4 different directions here, going north, south, east, and west.
Okay. I'll turn to Beryl and ask if she's able to identify what direction the golem was heading.
Beryl will check the tracks.
So give me another check.
I'll take a look as well. Fuck me.
Apparently, I'm saving my bad rolls
For combat.
The opposite, yeah.
It looks like they go south.
This way.
Ah, that's the thing. There's a fucking thing. I don't like these things. Okay.
What did you say?
Another fast thingy.
Do I, Lou, am I specifically looking for golem?
Yeah, you thought you saw a
Track
spirit fly through the wall to the south somewhere.
I could
Mage.
perhaps reveal what we are seeing, what flickers of movement we see, but I do not know if they will like being revealed.
Something tells me they won't like not being revealed. Well, I guess we don't know that for sure. That's up to you, friend.
I'll look around. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Sure.
Beryl doesn't
Okay.
know what to be ready for.
It's very silly. I'm gonna cast Dancing Light.
I thought it was gonna be like detect evil and good or some shit.
I was
Nope.
actually half expecting it to be daylight, and Beryl was going to scream and cover her eyes.
Oh, no.
So that makes 3 glowing. Go ahead and pull a torch on, and I'll turn it into a dancing light.
Okay.
I think 4.
Unless we have dancing lights already, which I don't think we do.
Where?
I can
Where
make
should
one
I
of them
find?
into a dancing light.
Okay.
Under resources.
Ah, there we go. Lighting. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Boop.
Alright. So it's 10 feet, right? 10-foot radius?
Yep.
10-foot
They're
dim.
pretty dim. I just get 4 of them, and I can put them 120 feet away, so I can put
Is
them
it just 10
further
feet
down
of
the
dim
hall.
light?
Yep.
Yep. So I can just...
So yeah, you can go ahead and position those 4. They should all be 10 feet of dim light.
Okay, well. I can get them pretty far away. So I'll just string them out down the hall.
I think they do have to be within 20 feet of another, so.
Yep.
Alright, so there is a little procession of lights going down the hallway, sort of lighting up the area. They sort of hover there and make some light, though you don't see anything moving nearby them.
Okay.
I mean, I can send them further down the hall. The range is 120 feet, so... Oh!
There's the thing.
Something quickly flies past.
I think that might be the end of that hall specifically. I think that's a T intersection. I'm gonna start snaking my way down this way because this is where we know that the
Looks like maybe they're
Golem
doing more
tracks
doors,
go.
too. Or alcove.
I think you are correct.
We still go south.
Hang on a second, everyone freeze. So May June, as you are walking down south there, a creature comes through the wall. You are not surprised, but give me initiative rolls.
Okay.
A horrid-looking ghostly creature reveals itself walking through the wall.
Oof.
Remember, if you are exhausted, you're at disadvantage. Alright, so the first one to act as this creature comes through the wall is Gamork. What do you want to do?
I want to do curving shot.
I lost sound.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I want to do curving shot.
Alright, so that's when you miss. You haven't actually missed yet.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I don't want to do curving shot.
You can just shoot at something, and if you miss, you can, use your reaction to re-roll it? Or wait.
Okay.
To redirect it.
Okay, yeah, so when you make an attack roll with a magic arrow and miss, you can use a bonus action to re-roll the attack roll against a different target. Magic arrow, is that like one of your Does that have to be one of your special arrows you're using? Is that what that means?
I
No, there's a
I think that
there,
is
there's
just
a
the
yeah,
arcane
there's
archer
a
thing.
bonus of the arcane archer where you can make ammunition that's normal ammunition magic.
Okay. Fair.
I'm not high enough level to have it, but he is.
All right. So who are you shooting at? I assume the one that just walked through the wall.
Yeah, this one here, the one that I can. Yeah, just
All right. So you pull an arrow from your pack, and indeed, 29 would strike as the arrow flies down and hits the creature. Now, do you actually have magical arrows?
I can do magical arrow strikes, I think, but I don't know. I
thought
think
your
that
longbow
is
was
one
magical.
I missed.
Yeah, so Magic Arrow, the class feature, allows his attacks to be magical for the purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity, but I think he already has a longbow +1 or something. Oh, perhaps not.
I
'cause
don't
that
think he
certainly
does,
helps.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I-
then, here
that is.
I'll link the feature.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
he re-rolled Gamork a little bit a couple weeks ago with Lou's permission, so he actually doesn't have that +1 at longbow anymore.
Ah, okay.
here's the description.
You fire a non-magical arrow. Okay. So that would overcome its damage resistance and deal 7 points of damage to the creature.
Okay.
Who in a female elven voice kind of stumbles back and grasps at her wound, looking angrily towards you. Do you get a second attack?
I do.
Alright, so go ahead.
Here comes my roll.
There's a second arrow down the hall. 15 would indeed strike as another arrow hits the Banshee, doing 12 points. She looks very unhappy now. Anything else?
I will do my banshee scream at her.
Alright, you scream at her. She doesn't look all that impressed by it.
Okay, I pout a little bit and then end my turn. Okay.
Give me, before you do that, actually, give me a wisdom save. Or wait, no, never mind, sorry. I lied. Alright, that's it for you. Reed, what do you want to do?
I am going to.
The Banshee looks like it's getting ready to release a whale. She's sucking in her breath.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
And Kate yells out, "Flirt with her, Reed. She seems like your type."
Thanks.
Burn.
Yeah, I don't have anything that can stop her from doing that. So I'm just gonna go to here, and as a bonus action, cast Shadowblade.
Alright, so you chant, summoning forth a blade of psychic energy, which you must now concentrate on.
Got it.
So that's what, bonus action?
Bonus action to bring it into existence, and then let's see. Where is Shadowblade? Did I not put it on here for marketing purposes?
Oh, just make a spell attack if you want. Same thing.
Okay.
melee spell attack.
Uh, 18. Actually, it would be with advantage if it's in darkness.
I thought there was a... Oh, Anarchy, that's light. Alright, so yeah, that would be advantage. 18 with strike, but you can roll again if you want. You might get a crit.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so 25 would definitely hit. Go ahead and give me a damage roll.
Damage and...
Alright.
That's where I had a macro for this. 17 psychic.
Alright, so you strike the creature who now begins to look a bit wounded.
And that's it for me.
Alright, the Banshee goes. So she lets loose a horrifying wail, and everyone within 30 feet, which I think is all of you, has to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, assuming
Actually,
you
looks
want to
like
try to resist.
Looks like the back line actually is 35 feet.
Alright, so then you guys are safe.
Not me, but the other two.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky.
Yep. Lucky.
Too bad.
And we've not fought banshees before, have we?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so I wouldn't.
boy.
Oh, oh no. Oh no.
Good times are coming. Good
Oh my
times.
god.
Oh crap!
Fuck me.
Ruh-roh.
Reed is
Ruh-roh.
going to use an inspiration on this.
Reed doesn't know. Oh, fucking
Just
course.
enough.
it's Reed.
Alright, so those who failed the saving throw, your senses are overwhelmed with a crippling fear as terror takes you and you drop to 0 hit points.
All right.
What?
Are we stable or are we dying?
You are dying.
Ooh, there we go. Some of this.
Another one seems to come through the northern wall. It is also going to let out a wail. So those of you who are still up,
I like how he was so careful to position that new one within 30 feet of those of us who were too far
Where's
away.
actually where he was standing. This one here.
I'm
Is that
just
within
teasing.
30 of the southern guys? No, Reed's actually safe. But the other two must make con saves.
I don't have a
DC
badge.
13.
Well, let's hope this one's as good as the last one. Heyo.
Does unconscious wouldn't affect that, would it? I don't think so. Unless I'm already exhausted.
Oh, Beryl. So Beryl is affected by it and would drop as well, I guess.
Wait,
Okay.
do we have to? If we're already unconscious, we have to roll it again.
If you're within
No,
range.
it doesn't. I don't think it can make you.
You have to be able to hear it, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can hear it, but it would just make you drop
Yeah.
to 0 again. So I think you would just, at this point, it can't do anything else to you. Because it doesn't actually do
Okay.
damage. Alright, so that is it for the Banshees.
Is there not a there's not a condition for save on the whale?
Oh, good point, actually. 3d10, or sorry, 3d6 psychic.
Oof.
Right.
Alright.
So actually, there is some damage for those who are still up. Sorry.
I think I only needed to make one save. I was only in range of one of those
Oh.
whales, right?
So 23 psychic damage for those
Oh,
who are
gem
still
roll.
conscious.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
So, those of us who are down, then
I don't think
Do
you
we-
would take the damage, no. I think
Okay.
it's only if you're awake to actually hear it that you would suffer psychic damage.
Got it.
Wait, 23 damage? I think I was only in range for the second whale.
Okay, so if you were in range for the second one, the first one was 11. The second one was 12.
12 then. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Sorry, I
So
missed
So
those.
you said that anybody who was already failed the first one does not need to save for the
Yeah,
second one.
if you were down already, I'm not going to have it do psychic to you while you're unconscious. Because there's,
Right.
I mean, terror-wise, you're already like pretty much out of it. You're like a vegetable almost. So it's not going to keep dealing any damage. So that's it for them. Beryl. Ooh, Beryl fails her death save. Jeez, that was a nasty effect. Sorry, everyone. And Beryl drops closer to death. Miss Wren.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
All right, that's like the third one you've rolled. All right, so Miss Wren, unfortunately, is very much in terror, and the psychic damage is taking over. And yeah,
The writing was on the wall when another arcane archer joined the group.
May June.
Okay, here we go.
See that 20.
All right, May June is okay for now. So that's a success. Sim, you're still up, but your whole group was felled by the screeches.
Yeah, okay, let's see what I've got here.
I'm still up. Don't worry. We got
We
got
two of
this.
you.
We got this.
Okay. I guess I have to foolishly get closer, though, because...
Humans, your bones shall litter these halls. One of them yells after she screeches.
Up here. Alright. First off, of course, we're gonna do that again. As a bonus action, I'm gonna spend 4 dice.
Okay.
To heal. Oh, who am I bringing up first? I'm gonna bring up May June, I guess.
Nah, I'm right next to May June.
Oh, what's up?
Reed says, I got May June.
Oh, alright. Then I guess I will bring up Beryl with this one.
Alright, so you bathe Beryl in healing light, and Beryl, you are conscious at 13 health, but still prone. Anything else, Sim?
And yeah, I'm gonna spend my action to cast a spell, because why not? And it's just gotta be the old classic. Cure
So
wounds at 5th. What's that?
One thing we have to keep in mind that I haven't really been enforcing is that when you fall unconscious, you do drop what's in your hands. So those would be on the floor in your space. So
Fair
like
enough.
your shield and your weapon.
Aren't shields usually lashed to your arm? That's why
Actually,
you
that's
can't
the point.
set them down without an action.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because it'd be basically like dangling on. It's a traditional shield would have a strap and a handle.
Okay. I was just going by the fact that he's in the past, Lou, you had said that I couldn't drop it as an item interaction, that I had to take my action to take it off.
And definitely couldn't put it back on.
You can't put it on as an item interaction. You can drop a shield as an item interaction.
What?
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
Oh,
that's not what I
As
have
far
not
as
been
I
playing.
know.
'Cause
We
Uh,
definitely.
okay.
I remember
Yeah, we
it
had this
coming up
last
at one
session.
point, and
Yeah.
let me link
Or not
the
last session,
doc.
the session before last. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don and
I don't
Doff were
remember
both in
why.
action, I believe.
I think this was during.
It was for Gamork getting grappled and stuff, I think.
Yeah, I think that's exactly
yeah,
correct.
let me look up a shield real quick again. Or wait, I guess it wouldn't say under shield. It would say under.
No, it's under the Don and Doff rules for armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway.
I know what it. Yeah, it's fine. I understand that what it says in the rules. I was just talking about previous rulings, like when I'd asked the question before. I guess I misunderstood.
In the
The-
interest of
what
keeping
are-
things
what are,
moving,
like-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll say if it says. I mean, if that's what it says, I guess you can't drop it. So I guess it's stuck to your arm.
That
All
makes
right,
sense.
so I guess you wouldn't drop your
Yeah.
shield. It's still on you.
Okay.
But you would just drop your weapon then.
She's not holding a weapon.
Okay. Or whatever's in your hand. Alright, so anything else, Sam?
Nothing.
Yeah, just casting Cure Wounds at the ridiculously inflated level to bring up Anikate.
Did you use your action already?
I used a bonus action for Healing Light, which is a class feature that is not a spell.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so you use Cure Wounds, giving Anikate 37 health.
Wow. Good roll.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, that's, I'll move back.
Okay.
I think I can get here, actually.
New rounds, Gamork. You are currently dying from the intense psychic energy from the whale. Give me a death save. You pass closer into shadow. Next up is Reed.
I am going to take the standard healing potion off my belt and stand over Meijun and pour it into his mouth and slap his face and just kind of shake him by the shirt. Be like, get up, you stupid lug. And that's my action.
Alright, so go ahead and give me a roll for your potion.
It's 1d4 plus
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. There we go. It's 6.
Alright, the Banshees go. So this one sees you awaken your ally, and she screeches angrily. She kneels down over Meijun, attempting to touch him. You are prone, so she has advantage. Oh, but she does not roll very well. Meijun, you frantically roll sideways as her corrupting touch misses. You see her hand glowing with necrotic energy, shadowy. It's not glowing, but shadowy energy. This one here is going to float down the hallway to Miss Wren, who is prone, and attempt to attack you. Even with advantage, that would miss. So you as well kind of roll to the side, yeah.
Just to make sure, I had my AC marked for Agile Parry, but I don't have my blade out yet. So would 17 hit? Or, would it hit 17? AC 17?
No, it rolled a 12, so it completely missed.
Okay.
Even with advantage,
all right,
it rolled really bad.
Just making sure.
So from behind you, another one comes through the wall, and it comes this way at Sim. Attempting to touch you. I think it got you. Is your AC really 14?
No, my AC should be 19. Is that what did happen? What happened here?
Roll20 updated at some point, and it reset a lot of things.
Right.
Okay.
Well, unfortunately, I think it still hits you, unless you got
something. Oh, wow. Nope, nothing special here.
Alright, it does a corrupting touch, striking you for 12 necrotic damage as you feel yourself withering from its attack. And that's it for the Banshees. Barrel.
Barrel will use a healing word, level 3 on Gamork.
Okay. So you use healing word, and Gamork gains 11 health as healing energies flow through him. He is conscious.
Then
though
I will
exhausted.
Sorry, go ahead. Shoot, I totally forgot about that, Reed. So she's gonna yeah, that was her action. No, that was action. Does using a magic item to cast a spell count as a spell cast?
Yes. Or are you
that's
talking
what I
about
thought.
the Staff of Healing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it is
All right,
casting the spell.
So yeah, she's dazed. She's gonna stand up. She just kind of reacted, and isn't strategic. So, and then she's gonna move over here and use her bonus action to cast Shillelagh and stab this thing.
Alright, you light up your spear with energy and stab with a flank. 18 would strike, doing 13 points of damage to the ghostly elf maiden, who spins angrily towards you. Anything else?
That's all.
Miss Wren.
Alright, so seeing a new one appear, and oh man, it's just a tough decision. Yeah, I guess I don't know enough about banshees.
Well, you know its scream just overloaded your senses.
Yeah, I do know that, but I'm just not sure if the one that's standing over me can do it again. So
True.
I will hop up and attack it.
You hop to your feet, swinging with your magical fists.
First comes the blade.
Oh yeah, 24 would definitely strike. Doing 13 slashing and 2 necrotic, so 15 damage.
Alright. Oh.
12 would actually strike. These are not hard to hit.
Oh, okay.
As you punch with key fists, doing 11 plus 2, so 13 more damage.
She doesn't look wounded, does she?
Not yet.
Alright. I'll flurry of blows.
Alright, so you take several more punches, striking once for another 10. That makes her look wounded.
Alright, here comes the
Crit.
there we go.
Here comes the pain. 12, 13, plus 6, 19. She is very badly wounded, but she is hanging on.
Alright, action surge.
Okay.
I'm striking again.
16 would strike again. She fades away.
Okay, now I've used half my movement, so I still have 22 and a half feet. So I'll run over to the other one and take my last attack on her. And I'll try to make this one a stunning strike.
Alright.
Interesting.
So that would deal 10 points of damage. And she will indeed attempt to resist with a con save.
It's 15 now.
She would fail, and she is stunned.
Mm.
Wait, can she be stunned? Let me double check that.
Oh man.
Does not say no. Alright, anything else?
I think that's it.
Alright, May June.
I will struggle a bit and get my wits about me, pick my Guandao up off the ground.
It does
and,
look like this one was getting ready to scream when you stunned her, so that was probably a good move.
Nice. Yeah, I'll grab my Guandao as it's laying on the ground, and as I pick it up off the ground, I'm going to attempt to undercut this here Banshee with it.
Alright, so she is going to grab at you again. You grab the Guandao and cut upward into her.
Let's see. And oh yeah, I'm already feeling exceptionally bad, so we're gonna make it reckless because even though she doesn't look that spiffy, I still don't want to miss.
Yeah, 23 would strike. So you deal 16 points of slashing.
Okay.
She's
And
looking
then
very hurt.
sweet. So I've swung up with it once, and then I'll just sort of like carry the momentum through, and I'll try to swing sideways once.
Alright, you cut into the creature a second time. Another 18, which would drop her.
Sweet. Mark myself as reckless. Okay. I'll look around and see it. I can't get that far because I have already struggled to get up a little bit. So I think I'm just going to sort of do like a tactical lean on this here wall, and attempt to sort of draw on my inner reserves here a little bit and second wind for some. And I think that is it.
Alright. Sim, what are you gonna do?
Very simple. Just Eldritch Blast the Banshee in front of me, because that's what I've got.
Alright,
I've got the gunner feat, so I don't need to worry about the thing. Also, I think it's stunned, but...
yeah. Alright, so the
Yeet.
first one would crit.
Ah!
Blasting
Fancy.
it for 9. And you have advantage, so the second one would strike for another 9. And the creature looks wounded. Anything else?
He has advantage even though he's standing right next to her. Is that a?
Yep,
Well, that's the
I'm
gunner
Or you have
exempt.
the. You get the. Yeah, right.
I'm exempt from disadvantage and then stunning. And then I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4 retreat down the hallway a little bit.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Gamork, what are you gonna do?
Am I still exhausted and prone?
You're still prone, and you do have a level of exhaustion, yeah.
How far am I able to move?
If you get up, you can move up to half your speed, so I think 15 feet.
Okay. I am going to go 1, 2, 3. I also picked up my
Your
bow,
Yeah.
my longbow. Am I able to still shoot at this one here?
Yeah, you can still use your action to attack.
Okay. I will shoot my longbow. Why does this take so long?
I think it doesn't help that Myron is streaming downstairs and both of us are streaming here.
Okay, yeah.
Oh. So
Does a 30 hit?
First attack would strike. Yeah. So go ahead and give me a damage roll. Looks like the second attack would strike as well.
Okay. I'm clicking on it and nothing's happening.
It might just be some internet issues. But yeah, just give it a sec. I can try clicking on it if you want.
Yeah, please.
Oh, nothing happens when I click on it either. Is the damage set up to the longbow, maybe? I thought
I
it
don't
worked
know.
last time.
He's using
Might-
Beyond
it
20,
did.
not macros.
Oh, well then I cannot click on it.
Okay.
If
What
you
do I
think
need
you
to
can-
roll?
I think you can roll just damage from the D&D Beyond sheet, but you just have to click
The damage die.
click the second part of the line with your longbow and not the first. I don't know if that made sense. Like there's two
That did
spots
not.
beside each other. There's two spots on
So
the
right
sheet
next to
on
the
the attack.
box that you hit to roll to attack, you can click on the other box and it'll roll for damage.
Okay. Now I got it.
Alright, so you let loose 2 arrows, each striking for 11. The second one would drop the Banshee.
Thank God.
Alright, so the group is safe for now. What do you all want to do?
Good job.
I have a
I'll
Can I
question.
loot a banshee?
The Banshee left behind some spectral essence, but you don't see... I mean, they're ghosts. They don't really have items.
Farrell would fish out a vial for you guys to start collecting the items.
Alright, so you
Um,
can use alchemy or religion if you're trying to collect ghoul or Banshee essence.
How many of these are there likely to be down here? I cannot do that very often.
Yeah, hopefully no more than that. Fucking hell.
Reed, did you speak in character out loud about the staff of healing, by any chance, or was that just?
So you managed to collect 60 gold pieces worth of Banshee essence.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I won't react then. I'll pretend Beryl didn't hear you unless you happen to call it out. So, because yeah, I forgot about it. So she totally forgot about it. It's strapped to her back and she's not even thinking about it.
Okay. How's everybody looking?
I'm hurting.
Meijun is actively bleeding from the ears.
Maybe his eyes are all red or something from all the psychic damage.
Well, let's see if we could try some of these doors and find somewhere to hole up maybe for an hour.
I do not know what safety doors offer against things that can move through walls. Perhaps we should retreat further. We did not see them until the tunnels. They changed, yes?
If we duck into a room that the golem doesn't normally enter, we would at least avoid the golem further. And for all we know, that could be all of the banshees.
Right, but for all we know, it might not be. I think Sim makes sense. Let's go back out of this area to do our rest.
That seems
Alright.
fair.
Alright, so the group's falling back into the area you were just in.
Yeah, probably. Well,
How long do your
Meijun anyway.
dancing lights last?
Oh, sorry. They last a minute, so they'd be gone by now.
Alright.
And I think actually they disappeared during the fight. I think I failed a concentration save for them.
What? Are they concentration?
Yep.
Oh, I thought
1
they
minute.
were free. Okay.
No, it's a cantrip, so I can keep casting it. But
Alright, so you fall back a ways. Where are you gonna try to rest?
I am just
I wouldn't mind
making my way
sleeping
to
with all the ghouls.
Gamork is liking the idea of this necromancer lady and her army. Protect us,
I really
ghouls.
like her. She seems really trustworthy, and I think that she would be really nice to us
Got that
right now.
goth thing going, I guess. I don't know.
What makes trustworthy?
I don't know. I am exhausted and at like 1/8 of my hit points to death. So
Yeah, considering we were all at max and 4 of us got taken down in one turn, that was a massive amount of hit points.
Yeah, that was surprising. Usually everyone makes those saving throws.
Well, on the plus side, now we've seen banshees, so now I'm prepared for that shit. Maybe I don't know. We'll find out.
If you
I
were to
think you're out to
fashion,
get us, Lou.
if you were to fashion some sort of like if like we were to like stick stuff in our ears, would it grant us advantage on those, or? I mean, we would effectively be.
I think you would technically have to make yourself deafened. Like it would have to be so much that you can't hear anything.
Let's see.
So there's silence spells, but I don't know any other spells. Does Thunder
There's
Wave
a
deafen you?
no. There's a blind deafen.
All right,
Isn't
there's
there
a
a
blindness
blind
deafness
spell where you
spell.
can deafen
Yeah.
somebody?
Yeah, so if the whale works the way you think it works, then a silenced area would protect you from that. Just putting something in your ears wouldn't be enough. It would have to be completely silenced.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and heal some more people, I guess. Meijun gets this one. He's got a lot of hit points.
Okay.
Boop.
So you sit down to rest.
Delightful.
Give me a d20 roll.
Why is everything coming through from beyond casting twice? I'm not sure what's
I
happening
don't
here.
know. Gamorko's having that as well.
Yeah. Well, take the first one, I guess.
I will, in fact, take the first one, and I'll give you a thumbs up as I was like drifting off to sleep. Now I'm just sitting and giving you a heads up. Yeah.
Alright, so the hour would pass quickly as you all sit here and regain your strength. So go ahead and pass a short rest, which would allow you to spend hit dice as well as regain certain abilities.
Right.
Let's see. Oh yeah, fuck yeah! I gotta do them all.
Wow, look at that hit die roll.
That's brutal.
Okay, I wasn't down that much. It's fine.
Yeah, so those of you with Arcana might know that there are spells that can silence an area.
Yeah.
What 3 fucking ones?
What am
Yeah,
I
I just
supposed to be doing?
I spent all 10 of my hit die and I'm still not back to max.
Nice.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing.
So you have hit dice that you can spend during a short rest to gain health. It's I think it's 1 per level. Are you all a fighter?
Miriam's helping me.
Go to your D&D Beyond sheet. Where did it? Oh, there it is, right there. Check how many you want to use, and then click save. So do at least 5 of them, probably.
Yeah, you can spend as many as you want during the rest.
34. And then if you want to use more, just roll it again.
I'll be okay with that.
Well, and to be just for your knowledge, you have to choose before you roll them how many you want to roll. You're committed.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yep. That's why
I
I
didn't know
always.
that.
Yep. I think that's written somewhere. I don't recall.
You mean I can't roll like 5 and then...
Correct. Because
Oh,
basically,
I didn't know
if
that.
you were like, if you have a bunch, but you don't know if you need them all, if you roll
Right.
like 3 crits in a row, then you're like, oh, well, clearly I don't need to roll them all.
Gotcha. I didn't know that.
I believe
Oh
that's written
no, it
somewhere. I
says
could be wrong.
no.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
looking
you
at it
can
right now. It says
actually-
the player can decide to spend an additional hit die after each roll.
Yeah. So you don't have to do it at the beginning. It's just
Huh.
once you finish the short rest, you can roll basically as many hit dice as you want.
Play the minigame.
Interesting. I could have sworn that was written down somewhere. Maybe I'm full of shit.
Well, what it says is a character can spend 1 or more hit dice at the end of a short rest, up to the character's maximum number, which is equal to the character level.
Might be an alternate rule for one of like the gritty realism version of healing or whatever.
I could have
For
sworn it
each
was
hit
in the
dice from this play, the player will die. The player can decide to spend an additional hit dice after each roll. Yeah, so you can
Very
keep
well.
spending them.
Okay, I
Which
take
is
that back.
What I
Ian,
thought as well. I was like, wait,
yep.
is that right? Yeah.
Ian's full of shit.
So yeah, you can keep spending them if you want. It's just it's a resource. So once you spend them, they're gone until you long rest to gain half of them back. right, so
Okay.
you think it's probably afternoon now, if you had to guess. And you all feel a bit better from taking a breather in this gross, stinky sewer. What do you want to do?
Are levels of exhaustion and everything gone with a short
No,
rest?
the exhaustion stays, so you have to do a long rest to get rid of exhaustion.
Okay.
So,
But
unfortunately, you will have disadvantage on skill checks until you do a long rest.
so I still need to have that red thingy on me.
Uh, no, you don't need that one. That's a death save fail. This is exhaustion, the radioactive symbol.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Are you ready?
after our rest comes to a close, I'll stand up and look around and sort of like do a stretch and say, "Okay, who's ready to take on a golem?"
Beryl just hopes tribe doesn't meet any more screechy ghost ladies.
I agree.
Beryl doesn't like these.
If I never see a banshee again in my life, it'll be too soon.
Alright, so you head back over there. Oh, Gamork, you going that way?
Well, I was thinking about it, and now I'm changing my mind. I should stick with my group.
Gamork takes a quick look down that way and it's like, I don't know about this. Alright, so you head back to the door, which I think you left open. It is still open.
Whoops.
Do we hear anything?
No, it is quiet.
The banshees got to Elodie while we were napping because we let them in.
I mean, honestly, you don't think the door was stopping them.
Yeah.
They probably roam set areas due to where they died in their life.
Right. Ghosty things. Haunting.
Do we want to open this door? See if there's anything interesting down here?
I want to.
It
Me
makes sense
too.
to explore cautiously. Have things behind us not so good right now.
Alright, so the
I've
door
got.
it looks petrified, like petrified wood. It looks like it opens inward. If you try to open it, you're trying to open it, right?
Yes.
You push on it, but it seems like it is stuck. You might need some force to get this open.
Okay, what do I need to roll for that?
I'll take a strength check to try to knock the door in.
So,
And it'll be with disadvantage because of exhaustion.
It's true.
double awesome.
But you can take a d4 because I'll add guidance.
Okay.
Alright, so you're smacking into the door, but it does not budge.
Anyone else want to have a go?
Well, let's see what the d4 does.
Okay.
I guess a 13 is not enough to make a difference. Nope.
It would be a 9. Because he's at
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Oh, disadvantage would be a 9. You're right. Sorry, I forgot about how that works. Yeah. Spaced out.
9.
9!
Insufficient.
Alright, I'll give it a go. I'm a, not at
strong.
disadvantage, but
Yeah.
Well, here, you can have guidance too.
all right.
Alright, you ram your shoulder into the door, and it shakes a little bit. Some cracking noises from the wood as the door is very old, but it's still stuck.
I think that was my
Also,
shoulder.
you made some noise. Anyone else want to try?
As I see people
Did you?
throwing themselves at it, yeah, I'll walk over and feeling exhausted, though, I'll give it a shot. Did you say strength or
Yeah.
athletics?
It would
Strength.
probably be strength, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, you smash into the door and it rattles a bit, but it does not open.
Does tribe want furry Beryl?
I don't think that this is a valuable Well, that's
Does
up
it
to you,
seem
Beryl.
stuck or locked? Did we even check to
Stuck.
see if it was locked? Okay.
You don't think it's locked. You think it's stuck.
Okay. All right.
You can make your own decision on that one, Beryl. I trust your judgment.
She'd shrug and she'd become Beryl.
Bear. Oh.
Alright, big old furry barrel.
I better move out of the way.
Unfortunately,
So
the
she'd,
barrel is still at disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'll
So
still
she'd
pet
be
the
like,
bear.
she'd take a run at it.
Well, if we weren't making noise before, we are now.
Well, you guys were being noisy, so she didn't think we were being cautious. Is that just straight strength check then?
Yes. Alright, the door shakes a bunch as you
The
bash
bear
into it.
whimpers and holds its paw. Oh my.
Allow me.
Oh.
I'm just over here casting guidance as many times as he has to.
You could also just straight up attack the door if you want.
I thought that's what we were
If you
doing.
let me do that, then I will.
No, so far you've been trying to knock it open, but if you want,
Okay.
you could just try to break through it.
And burn it. Burn it down.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, give me some damage rolls.
Plus guidance. Plus
Pop, pop,
guidance,
pop,
yeah.
pop. So
Oh,
Anna
that's- yeah.
Kate just starts like wailing on the door with iron hard fists. Pop, pop, pop. It cracks a bit with the first hit. Brings her back to her board-breaking days at the monastery. Ah!
Yeah, this one I'm kicking.
Alright, you kick it, and there's a bunch more cracking noise. Go ahead. You don't think it can take much more, as it's starting to crack everywhere.
All right.
How
Roundhouse.
many goes?
Ha! Alright, yep, that would strike. And the door shatters, flying inward off its hinges.
Now I'm really tired.
It opens into a small side room where you see there is not too much, but over in the corner here, you do see a small kind of statuette in the mud that looks like it fell over. It looks like it is the equivalent of like a small archer, maybe like a collectible action figure or something.
Huh.
Oh, the bear's.
Does anybody
Sorry.
care if I pick this up?
Does it look like it fell off of a particular spot or just got dropped from somebody?
It looks like maybe it fell off something, or maybe it was left on the floor and it fell over. It's probably about 6 inches tall. It's actually very nicely carved, and history might tell you more.
I do not have history. Oh wait, I do.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought you
plus
did.
5.
I think you're the only one that has it.
Yeah.
Although you're at disadvantage,
Well,
but
Yeah, so my disadvantage is a 15.
well, no,
No,
it'd
you
be a
get
9. You take the lower one when you have disadvantage. So it looks very familiar to you, but yeah, you can't really place it. It might be worth something. It's very very well carved, or very well etched, I guess, because it's stone.
Does anybody care if I collect this, or does somebody else want to carry it?
Right ahead.
Did you say it was stone or metal?
Oh, I guess no, never mind. It would be like a little steel statue with like very nicely painted, almost like some kind of like figurine.
The bear just shrugs like he doesn't care if you pick it up.
Right, if nobody else objects, I'm going to collect this.
Okay, you collect the figurine of the elven archer.
All right.
Doesn't look like there's anything else here. There's kind of debris, and like maybe there was stuff in here a long time ago, but this room looks like it's been sealed for a while.
Is there any sign of what kind of room it was? Like, is the debris like old furniture, old shelving? Like,
Give me, I guess, what would you use to determine that? What skill?
Investigation?
maybe
Maybe investigation. Give me investigation as you kind of look around. So you would guess this may have been some kind of living space at some point, maybe like someone's bedroom. But it looks like everything long since rotted away. You're kind of surprised that metal figurine is still in as good a shape as it's in. If it was just
Right,
sitting
it should
in
have
the mud.
corroded and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I will mention this.
We all know what that means.
Yeah. Perhaps there is something more to the figurine.
It means you should have Reed take a closer look on our next rest.
If it were perfectly ordinary, it would have deteriorated like all the other things in this space. So, perhaps special.
Hey, Reed, remind me to have you check this when you've had a short rest or a long rest or whatever rest you need.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Shall we continue on?
Onward.
Yes.
Alright, so far things still seem quiet. If anything heard that noise you made, it hasn't come yet.
What a delightfully neutrally ominous way to describe that.
Once my
I'm gonna
party,
go up here.
yeah, once my party is following me. Oh, what were you saying?
Oh, I said my guy's stuck. I see another door here. Do you guys want to check this one out?
Gamork
Certainly can.
walks up the hall a bit there.
I want to check and see if this door is locked or if I can open it with my thieves' tools if it's locked.
You take a look at the door and you don't think it's locked. Again, it might be stuck. It feels like there's dirt on the other side of it that it's kind of bumping against when you push on it.
Right. I want to try and push it open.
Alright, give me a strength check. As you push against the door.
Wow.
Alright, you push on the door, but it does not budge.
I'm going to go over to the wall and face it and cry and say, does somebody else want to give this a shot?
This is so hard. Does anyone else want to try it?
I mean, we got a cool figurine in the last one of an archer. What else can we find in this one?
Worth making attempt, but I am not strong.
It's just stuck like the other one.
Seems like it, yeah.
I mean, I'm all right. Okay.
The brutality method.
Hop, hop, hop! So Miss Wren once again starts punching and roundhousing it. I won't make you keep rolling. If you just take a few moments there punching it, you would indeed smash it. Though you will make some noise, which will make me roll this dice for no particular reason. Okay.
You know what? I'm rolling a dice for no particular reason. What do you think about that?
You do what you gotta do.
There it is. 19. All right.
Well done.
44.
So the door shatters, opening into a room with a really large hole in it.
Oh, goodness.
Hey. Wow, there's a hole here, guys.
Looks like it goes down into darkness somewhere far below.
Can we throw a torch down and see how far does it go?
Do you have a torch to throw?
I'll just cast dancing lights down the hole. See how far down I can make the little thing float.
Yeah, let's do that.
So let me look something up really quick, because it might be relevant. Whatever this was, it looks like... Sorry, yeah, give me one moment. Looks like this was made a long time ago, first of all. You would note that the ceiling in here, which the ceiling in this place in general is at about 15 feet. But the ceiling in here looks like above the hole something may have smashed into it as there's a bunch of cracks. Whereas most places it's not cracked in a perfect circle like that. You would also notice that the hole looks like something dug straight through the stone. So a burrowing creature may have made this.
Oh.
Investigation might tell you more.
Well, it seems safe. Heyo.
Yeah. So, yeah, something definitely burrowed through this floor at some point and smashed into the ceiling, then probably went back down. Though, judging by how, like, old this is, it probably was a long time ago. You would also note it goes down about 40 feet and then curves into a different tunnel down below.
Well, I can't send my dancing lights very far out of my sight, so...
But you don't see anything else in this room. Other than that, the room seems empty.
Okay.
I wish I had Featherfall. I would just jump into this hole.
I mean, you could climb it if you really want to, although you are at disadvantage right now. You might just fall.
I am.
Perhaps another time. It may be worth knowing what is down here, but...
You're kind of tired to go spelunking.
Fine. Okay, I'll follow the group.
Works like I'm going
I
on my own
gradually
adventure.
follow the group.
Yeah.
Beryl is blocking the door.
Beryl's just being polite and trying not to trample party members. Or maybe she's just being a troll now.
No, first off, I think the door's a little broader than Beryl, but also she was trying to keep an eye out, like I see May June was also doing while y'all were traipsing around the hole.
I'm totally kidding. It's fine.
Hang on a sec. Gamork, as you were walking down that hallway, there is a clicking noise. Give me a dex save.
Oh no.
I swear, this thing takes so long.
It's killing all the tension.
It's a good save, I hope.
So a bunch of spikes spring up through the dirt, but luckily you are quicker as you see the dirt moving a bit after the click and you jump back and the spikes would miss you. You guys would you guys to the south, the group would hear something clicking to the north.
Beryl would be like, "Oh," to the rest of the group and like nod towards Gamork.
Yep.
I can't even see you, so.
Oh, she's just at the hall.
Yeah,
I saw you a second. Oh, I can see you.
That's probably because you have more dark vision than I do.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if I had dark vision as a bear.
Oh,
actually,
man.
I think you might not. No, I think you do. But in any case, I can't see
I can see. I was like, Beryl indicates some trouble. Perhaps Gamork went to peer around another corner.
Okay, I don't know why wolves don't have dark vision, but yes, the bear does.
Yeah.
It's a cave bear. It lives in caves.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good point. Maybe the other bears don't. That's a good point.
So the rest of the group comes up north to see what's going on, and yeah, it looks like there is a spike trap that was in or under the dirt here in the old floors of this place.
Gamork, my friend, it's good to see what is behind us, but do not go so far. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy, so yeah. Yeah. Am I able to break these spikes that have come up out of the ground so that I can pass without getting any damage?
You could break them, but you could probably just walk between them if you really wanted to. Once they're out,
I want to walk between them.
Okay. Yeah, so you can just walk past them.
Okay, I'll just do that. Well, there's skeletons in this hall.
Yeah, so when you look south, you would see a bunch of bones in the hallway here. Do you have medicine?
I have +1, but I'm not proficient.
Okay. So if you're not proficient, you wouldn't know much other than that they are skeletons.
Perhaps something of interest. Trap indicates something to protect, yes? I'll take a look.
Can Beryl navigate this trap?
Yeah,
This way?
you could just walk around it. If you want to go in this hallway as a bear, you would be squeezing. You said you have
Okay.
medicines, Sim?
I do. Need a roll?
So, well, no, just being trained, you would know that these skeletons are most likely elven. They're kind of smaller, and yeah, the bone structure would indicate that they may be elves, or at least they were elves at one point.
3 dead elves.
Elven
Lady
Perhaps-
elves, perhaps, who became banshees.
Perhaps.
perhaps.
Can I loot them?
It doesn't seem like they have anything on them. They're just kind of bones at this point.
Any sign of how they died, or whether this is a weird burial site, or what? Anything like that?
So, looking at them, you think they've been dead a very long time, and let's see. Give me a medicine check if you're going to examine them closely. No, it's hard to tell. They've been dead for so long at this point.
But the skeletons are just sitting out here. They weren't buried or,
Yeah,
interred
you
somewhere.
you
Okay.
would guess that they just died here and were left
Okay. I
at
will
some point
relay
far
this
in
to
the
the party
past.
in case it matters. Okay.
Other than that, you don't see anything of note in this hallway.
Yep.
Alright, so you're headed down the hallway there, Gamork.
Yeah, I am. I'm just going willy-nilly.
Alright.
There is perhaps another door up here to open.
Yeah, down this hallway here.
Yeah, so it looks like there are a couple of doors in this hallway, both north and south. Down this way.
The bear grumbles at the narrow hallway.
Squeezing through.
Are these doors stuck as well?
These doors are much smaller, and they seem almost like they're falling apart. Do you want to try to open it?
Yeah, we'll try the one to the north first.
Alright, so as you mess with the door, it just sort of falls inward. And inside is another fairly large room. Nothing jumps out at you immediately as being relevant in here. Again, it's kind of dirty and there's debris everywhere. You could, if you want, investigate or use perception to look around.
Always.
I'll do perception.
Alright, so you're looking around the room a bit.
Let's see how long it takes for my perception to show up. Oh boy. Oh, I got a 23.
No, you don't really see anything of note in here. It just seems like a really large, dirty room. It's hard to tell what it was used for.
Okay.
The only thing you might notice with, you have a 12 with investigation. It almost seems like there are really old splinters in the dirt. So, there was something wooden in here along the walls at one point.
Okay.
This is the best you can make out.
Wonder of wonder. Elven furnishings with wood.
Yeah, you're curious why they were underground. Alright, so this doorway is pretty similar. If you try to open it, it just kind of falls inward, and another small room is revealed. Though this one is partially caved in.
Oh.
Against the wall over here, once you come in, it looks like there is a small, what appears to be like a, how do I describe it? Like a cubby hole in the wall. and there might be some glass vials with a liquid kind of stoppered, well, a glass stoppered vial with liquid in them, possibly potions.
Can somebody do a medicine check or something else for this?
How about
Would a perception work?
herbalism? An herbalism kit check?
Do you want to walk up and take a look at them?
Sure.
Alright, so as you get close to them, there is another clicking noise. However, whatever trap may have been there does not seem to work anymore. It just feels like the floor sunk in a little bit, and there's a click, but nothing happens. So there are 3 potions. Go ahead and give me an herbalism check as you examine them.
Intelligence.
You can use intelligence or wisdom, your call.
Wisdom it is.
Alright, so testing them out with some of the herbs you have, you think they are all basic healing potions.
Hey, those are handy.
Okay.
I'm gonna put one in my belt that I used for earlier.
Yeah,
All
makes
right.
sense to replace.
Grab one
Who
of
else
them.
would like one? Gamork, do you have any?
I don't know.
We might have put
Healing
one in your
potion?
inventory when you were away, but
I don't.
Sim, do you have
I
any?
do have. I have one healing potion.
Okay. Sim, do you have any?
I have one.
Okay. Then who wants an extra one?
So as this is happening, May, June, you're kind of keeping an eye out, I assume, right?
That is exactly correct.
As you're kind of waiting and looking back and forth, you notice there is some movement to the south. As for a moment, a ghostly figure peeks out and then goes back
Oh, no.
into the shadows.
Does it
I have
look
PTSD.
like a banshee? Well,
Uh,
or is it too far away to tell?
What's your perception? 15 passive?
Correct.
Give me a roll, because you probably try to take a look at it before it vanishes. 10. So no, it's hard to tell. You just saw some movement and something translucent was down there.
Okay, yeah. Well, then, acting on instinct, I'm gonna dip around the corner, and I'll say, loud enough that they can hear me inside whatever room they've discovered. I'll say, heads up, there's motion to the south. It might be a banshee.
Alright, what does the group want to do?
I have one extra healing potion for whoever claims it.
Just put it in your inventory.
Okay. Will do.
Where is Mijun? Oh, to the right. Okay.
To the right.
East. Sorry, my bad.
That's the group is carefully making their way south here. The hallway is kind of broken and caved in some places. But as you get down here, or as you go down south, you see the hallway turns west but also continues south.
Do these hallways still have golem tracks in them, or no?
So looking around, you haven't actually seen golem tracks around here.
Because the golem tracks that we noticed originally
Alright,
were
so
south at
May,
the
June.
four-way intersection.
Hang on a second, everyone. As you step there, you would see the door here is destroyed, and in the room there is something odd looking. It looks like a tree of some sort.
Ah,
Interesting. Okay.
Though it is kind of falling apart and decrepit at this point, just like a very old looking treant type creature.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay.
It does not move or react to you, and it doesn't seem like it's animated at all.
But it does look like it could have been a creature at one point as opposed to just a tree.
Yes. It has kind of like facial features and... do you have nature?
It's a werewood.
I do not.
Okay. So yeah, it looks almost like a humanoid tree. Very large and kind of like leaning up against the wall in there.
Sure. As I'm leaning up against this wall here and looking out to the south, I'll say to Reed, there's a tree with a face on it in that room.
It's freaking me out.
It's not really my thing, man.
Okay.
Reed, you, being of the Feywilds, having spent time there, you definitely recognize it as being a treant because you've seen many of them. It's definitely dead. It's probably been dead for a long time. You know that treants sometimes have parts of them that can be useful for nature components.
Like maple syrup, or
Like certain pieces of wood on them, or basically, yeah, you can sometimes get some components from them. So this one might be useful. There's also a bunch of mushrooms growing on it, which could also be useful to you. Kind of rare herbs and mushrooms that would only grow on a treant or some kind of magical fey creature.
okay. Since Beryl is in bear form, can I just... I've seen her collect rare herbs and things before. Can I try to do the same thing?
Are you trained in nature?
I am trained in nature.
So yes, you definitely can. Just give me a nature check.
Beryl would be at disadvantage anyway right now, so.
Ooh, so am I. Oh.
Still 10.
So you managed to collect about 50 gold pieces worth of treant essence. You also managed to collect 200 gold pieces worth of rare herbs.
Nice.
Well
I will
done.
put that aside for Beryl so she can do stuff.
So you just
with it.
see him scraping. This probably takes you about 20 minutes. But you
Okay.
see him like scraping all these mosses off and taking like little mushrooms into like, I don't know, probably pieces of cloth and just like parts of the treant he's snapping off.
As
So it
Reed
was
is
60, and what were the numbers again?
60 treant essence and 200 gold pieces worth of rare herbs.
Thanks.
As Reed is doing what he's doing in the room, he said it was going to take a few minutes at least.
About
I
20
just like-
minutes, yeah.
Sure. Once I get to this point and I can see that we've come full circle of a sort, I just want to see if I can identify the golem tracks that we had noticed earlier.
You give me a perception check. Yes, so you do see some large stone tracks here, and you can use survival to try to get a read on them. Alright, so unfortunately you can't make much of them. You just know the golem has moved through this area at some point.
Okay, that's fair. Certainly, like pretty much where I'm standing now, I noticed them.
Sorry, what?
You said that I noticed them basically right where I'm
Yes,
standing at least.
so there's
Okay.
signs of passage, not necessarily footprints, but signs that the golem came through here at some point.
Sure. Okay. Then, yeah, as it looks like we're finishing up in that room, I'll just turn to the group and say that it definitely looks like the golem has been this way. Up to the north is the original intersection that we were at, and I didn't notice anything in the eastern hallway, so I'm having a hard time tracking him now, but I would assume that he's gone to the south.
May I
Or
attempt,
also a couple of doors here.
can the bear kind of sniff around and attempt some survival tracking just to see if he finds anything?
Yeah, sure. Give me a survival check.
$17?
13, I think.
13, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
So
Okay.
with a 13, you as well see signs of passage. It looks as if the tracks go this way.
Oh, so she does see something?
With a 13, Yes, you can kind of. Mei Jun shows you where the tracks are. You can kind of make out the direction they
I
go.
was just, yeah, if there was anything that the bear was able to detect that Mei Jun hadn't, then she would just kind of
So yeah, you would think the tracks go up
snuffle in
this
that
way.
direction. Yeah, yeah. She would kind of snuff around in the tracks with her nose that way and kind of grunt at Mei Jun. Point her nose that way, not like.
Well, while that's happening, I want to check and see if this door is locked or attackable.
So that door, surprisingly enough, is actually in fairly good condition. Which is
Is
odd
it?
because of how everything else down here has not been in good condition. The wood is actually still pretty strong.
Is it locked or
Yes,
is
it
it
appears
like
to be locked.
Okay, I want to use my thieves' tools on it.
All right.
I thought I had thieves' tools. Where would my thieves' tools be?
If you physically have them, they'll be in your inventory. If you just need to know whether or not you're proficient with thieves' tools, it'll be in the bottom left-hand corner of your sheet under proficiencies and languages. But that won't tell you if you actually have tools on you.
Yeah, if you had them, they should be in your inventory, I would assume.
Correct.
I thought I had them, but it's not showing in my inventory, so I guess I do
Yeah.
not have them.
It does show that you're proficient, but I don't know if we ever actually added.
Okay, does anybody have...
Yeah, does anyone have thieves' tools that they can use?
Beryl would grunt.
It's in the bear.
Gonna pat down the bear.
Well, she shifted with them. Anything she doesn't specifically leave behind, like, I assume she can't get to without dropping her wild shape form.
I'm gonna look behind the bear's ears.
That's why she stopped carrying the bag of holding. It was kind of dumb. She either had to like shift it where you guys couldn't get to it, or like drop it every time she shifted. That's why she wants a handy haversack.
Well,
Oh
what
man,
do you
he's
want
so
to do?
cute. Giant bear, tiny backpack.
Yep.
Um,
She's just gonna grunt because she doesn't want to drop her wild shape right now, and there's still places to explore, and we can come back to.
Yeah. As Mork is checking out this door, what appears to be the condition of this outcropping here? Is this something unique or just like a space in the wall?
There's a door here.
I
There's
will
a small wooden door that actually is also in fairly good condition.
bring that to Gamork's attention. I'll say, there's another one over here, if you want to give it a peek.
I give it a peek.
You give it a peek, and it looks like, it looks like the door, strangely enough, again, is in pretty good condition. Another
And is it
maybe
locked?
magically preserved door. No, it does not appear to be locked.
Okay, I want to attack the door.
Ha! What are you attacking it with?
What? Why?
Have you tried turning the handle?
I want to try turning the handle first, and then if that doesn't work, I will attack it.
The handle does indeed turn, and the door opens inward.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
That's a
You
tight
see
squeeze.
Oh,
a
good
room
God.
with two large stone golems, partially covered in green slime, much like the ones you saw trancing around out in the hallway, though they don't seem to react to you as the door is open, and apparently you walk right in.
I walk in, and then I walk right back out and say, guys, there's two stone golems in here. They're covered in moss.
They didn't attack you.
They did not. Should I walk back in?
That's up to you.
I'm going to walk back in.
Alright.
Tell us what you see in there.
So the golems don't seem to react as you walk into the room. They're currently just standing still. Between them, there is a strange piece of stone with runes etched into it.
Hey guys, there's some strange runes here in between these two golems. Does anybody have?
Yeah.
I can read them. If they are
I've got
writing.
history.
So they don't look like any writing you've seen. Arcana might tell you more.
Here, let me take a look.
I've got Arcana as well.
Oh, you do?
All
Oh, of course.
Well, anyone who sees them can make an Arcana check. Though remember,
Wow.
you are at disadvantage. Those who are, which unfortunately I think is everyone with Arcana.
Nope, I've got Arcana, but I rolled a 2.
But you roll a 2. Yeah, look like a bunch of runes. Yeah.
They're not writing then. Interesting.
No, they're not writing. You think that these remind you of like spell scribing techniques that maybe they're infused with magic. But yeah, the golems don't seem to react to you getting closer or looking at them. They just kind of stand there inert.
It's yeah. It's not a language. It's just symbols.
You don't think it's language. If you
well-
had to guess, you might. Well, actually, with those
I
Arcana
speak
rolls-
Dwarvish and Elvish.
I'm pretty
In
sure
case-
Sim can read all languages.
I have a magical voodoo that says I can read all writing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Why don't
I
you
mean-
read it, Sam?
It says I
read
can
it.
read
So-
all writing. I don't know if I can read things that aren't languages, even if they're written, because
do
it's
not.
still written. I don't.
So-
I
I
don't
think so.
Those of you who've seen the, I think some of you might remember the Dwarven Rune Masters.
Yeah.
You would guess that these runes might be more like that, something that's storing magical energy, and maybe even affecting the golem somehow. But
Can we make the golems work for us?
possibly if you knew more about the this thing here. But unfortunately, everyone rolled really poorly with Arcana, so at the moment, none of you would know what to do with it. But maybe someone else trained in Arcana might know something.
Well, there might be magic in it. I'm just gonna start a ritual cast of Identify.
Okay, so you start identifying this strange, I guess, tablet that's coming out of the ground. You gonna all wait here while he does that?
If I know that
Well-
he's going to be committed to something for, X amount of time, I'm going to come back down here and keep an eye out, because I know that there's something around and I don't like it.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm
sure.
gonna
You keep an eye
Sims back here.
out. So actually, one other thing: investigation of this tablet might tell you something.
Sure, I guess I
I'll
might as well
try it.
try that.
Okay. So the 13. At first, what you thought may be two runes at the bottom left and right of the tablet may actually be indentations of some sort. So, like, something might fit into these. You're not sure what the purpose of those would be, but that's just something you notice while you're doing your identify ritual and kind of looking at this thing.
Gonna produce my metal archer and give it to Sim and see if he can fit them into one of the indentations.
I will decline to do this until I've identified the tablet.
Okay,
so you're
well, I will wait then.
Okay. So you're doing your identify. Give me a d20 roll. Let's see if anything happens while we're doing this.
Ooh, fun. Huh. That's a lucky number.
All right.
Nope.
So nothing happens. 10 minutes pass, and you believe through your identify that this tablet is indeed meant to be some sort of control device meant for the golems. There are keys that can be used to give them orders that you believe fit into the indentations.
Okay.
And they do actually look kind of like figurines.
Okay. anything about what sorts of orders they're given, or what sorts of things you can make them do?
Just that you can give them orders if you have the keys. It looks like someone made this as a way to maybe give someone else access to the golems.
Cool. I will step back and tell Gamork. Well, if your figurine fits, perhaps you will have a new pet.
I try my figurine.
I step back out of the room.
So you try it in both, and it does actually fit in the right one. And as you put it in, this golem sort of turns towards you and just sort of looks at you.
Theoretically, you can command it.
I tell it to hop on one foot.
It looks at you for a moment, picks its foot up, and then hops once, which makes a bunch of noise.
Okay, I tell it to stop making noise.
Alright, it stops.
Okay. I say to the group, I think I can control this one.
I think he's right.
Should I have it follow us, or scout ahead of us, or what do you think we should do with this?
Did he have to leave the key in the tablet to leave the golem active and under his command?
Well, right now the key's in there, and the golem is looking towards him.
Perhaps you should take out the key. If we have the golem follow us, but we have to leave key, it might not be so good.
Okay. I will take the key out and see if the golem still acknowledges me.
So when you take the key out, the golem moves back into a neutral position, no longer looking at you.
Alright guys, I think the golem is a valuable asset for us, and I think we should bring him along.
But you have to leave the key behind to bring him. Sorry, I can't speak. Never mind.
But if we were to leave with the golem, perhaps golem fight for us, and then something come here and interfere with key.
Sim, you know that since you used the arcane or the ritual to identify, that you believe the key can be put in to give the golem orders. So while the key's in there, the golem will take orders from you and then fulfill those orders. But when the key is removed, the golem does not... basically, you can't give him orders anymore after you take the key out.
So we take the golem with us, and we see if there's another golem that's still patrolling, and we have golem on golem fight to the death.
Well, you think that the golem that was patrolling is actually this one down here. Because he's all covered in moss. This one is not as much. This one looks like he's just been standing here for a long time.
Well, perhaps the give order that lasts longer than telling it to jump up and down. If you command it to follow and protect us, then maybe we take key and it follow and protect.
Okay, I'm actually going to tell this golem to smash this golem that is inanimate.
Alright, so with the figurine in
Are you going to
there...
stand between them?
No, I'm moving up here.
Alright, with the figurine in there, you tell this golem to smash that one. Roll for initiative.
Oh, God.
There might be protections against this sort of behavior.
So the golem immediately rushes towards the other one and attempts to punch him. However, let me get the two golems ready.
He was not prepared for this, guys.
Here, I'll call this one. Will this work? Let me see. think that'll work, right? I know, I definitely wasn't prepared for this. Okay, good, that works. Alright, so... Reed, this golem is now rushing at the other one to punch it. What do you want to do as that's happening? Anything?
Is this golem down here reacting in any way, or does it appear
Currently
inanimate?
it is inanimate. It's standing there.
I'm gonna hold my action. If this one becomes animated, then I am going to shoot it with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Alright, Sim?
I am going to leave the room.
I'm out. Alright, you back up, leaving the room. Anything else?
No, not right now.
Alright, May June. So down the hall, you hear something big moving around in the room and some smashing noises.
Okay. I'm going to turn around a little bit and look down the hall, and it looks pretty cluttered. And I see that passage is going to be a little bit awkward. So I think all I'm going to do for now is take the dodge action.
Okay. So the stone golem you commanded indeed rushes here and is going to take 2 attacks on the inanimate one. Both would strike, doing 35 damage to this golem, who immediately animates, turns towards the other one, and attacks it. But not yet, because it's not its turn. Gamork, what are you doing?
I am going to move as far up here as, well, over here in the corner, and hold an action with my come on, actions. There we go. I'm gonna have my maul at the ready in case the lower golem comes at me.
All right, barrel.
She's gonna be like, try to peek and get a look at what the heck's going on, and
It's a
basically
golem
just
fight.
yeah. I'll just hold bear attack action for anything hostile comes at us.
All right, Miss Wren.
Do I want to do anything fun here?
Yes.
I mean, the answer to that question is always yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to be more chaotic now than I used to be. So
Appreciate the
yeah,
dedication.
I'll whip out the bow and take a shot at the hostile golem.
All right, you take aim.
Guess why not?
Firing at the.
Kensei shot and sharpshooter.
All right. So, fortunately, with the -5, that would miss. As his.
All right, I'll try again.
He's actually pretty armored. Okay, you take a second shot. That would be enough. The 18 would strike.
All right. I won't bother with an arcane shot here though, because I don't know if this thing's even gonna react.
So you would deal 13. What's the 11 piercing?
The 11 is the actual roll. The 13 is the temp for the sharpshooter, and then the 1d4 for the Kensei shot.
Oh, so that's what, 28 points of damage?
Yeah.
All right. So your shot lands, burning him a bit with the acid and doing some piercing damage because there's a bunch of cracks that form. Anything else?
No.
All right. So,
I'll just wait and see what happens.
So the hostile golem turns towards the one that's punching him, and he takes 2 punches at him. Oh, you had missed twice. Wow. That is it for the hostile golem. New round, Reed. What do you want to do?
2 Eldritch Blasts towards the
To the hostile
golem
one.
to the south. Yeah.
The one that's covered in the slime. Alright, so you blast at him.
Actually, I believe when Reed held last action, he said if he becomes active, right?
Right.
So he might have gotten a reaction.
So if you're ever holding an
Okay.
action and your action is triggered, you do have to let me know that you're reacting. Because you can choose not to react. If you want, you can just ignore what's happening. But yeah, 22 would strike, blasting him once for 9. There's a bunch of rocks fly off, and then again another 14. And he's not wounded, but got a bunch of cracks in him. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my safe distance in case, something happens.
Alright, Sim.
Well, this is gonna sound very, very samey, but just gonna do the same thing that Reed just did, and Eldritch Blast the hostile golem a couple times.
Alright, so you take aim firing at him.
With, it looks like, rather less impressive damage rolls.
Oh, yeah. So that would strike twice as more stone is blasted off, doing 14 points of damage. And he is actually looking wounded from those attacks. Anything else?
Nope, that's all for me.
Mei June? You now see your
Okay.
people blasting into the room. And you hear punching and cracking.
So it looks like, at least for the time being, all the people that I can see acting are doing so with impunity, because nothing seems to be affecting them negatively. And it still looks a little bit crowded. So I think all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a step over, kind of do the tactical lean on this wall here. But I'm actually paying attention to the east still, because I still don't know what the fuck's going on with the maybe Banshee that we saw, and it looks like they've got things under control here, so I'll just dodge that way.
Okay. The stone golem goes. The one who is helping you, he's going to take 2 punches at the hostile one. He'll miss the first, but then slam him with the second, doing another 19 bludgeoning as even more cracks appear in the now very wounded hostile golem. That's it for him. Gamork.
Do I have reach with my maul?
No, it's 5 feet.
Okay. And for me to change from my maul to my longbow would be my action.
No, well, you could drop your maul and draw your longbow. That would be an item interaction. You just have to.
Okay,
You just couldn't stow your maul, then draw your bow. That would be an action. But you could just drop it.
I'll drop my maul and pull my longbow and take a shot at the hostile.
Alright, so you fire your 2 arrows at that guy. 2 arcane arrows, luckily, so they will actually get through his damage reduction.
Okay. Waiting for it to register here.
Unfortunately, no, that would not be enough, and they both shatter off his hard outer.
I think that was one roll.
Yeah.
Because it's exactly the same roll, so I suspect
Oh.
it's the duplication
All
of
right.
roll 20.
So go ahead and roll a second one. Yeah, it seems like that's only happening with you guys, right? Is there anyone else getting the duplicates?
I've
only seen
I've
it.
been getting it.
I've
seen it with Sim and
Oh.
Gamork today.
Then
I've seen it with
maybe-
other people the past week.
Maybe there's some kind of bug. Alright, go ahead, take a second shot. Second attack. Oh yeah.
That
Outward
one-
strike.
And it's
Oh,
worth
seven.
noting that that one only went through once, so whatever you just changed made a difference.
Yeah.
I did absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Alright, well give me a longbow damage. Alright, so 6.
Sweet.
Alright, so he takes 6 damage as another crack forms. He looks unhappy. Anything else, Mork?
I am
Why
gonna
is your
just
damage?
hang out right here.
Why is your damage
Barrel.
+0?
Well, it's 1 plus
Oh, yeah.
5, and then equals 6. I don't know what the +0 is.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, Beryl. Everything looks crowded, and like even if she could get by her people, I don't know that she could get into that room. So she's gonna back up to
Well,
make it easier for Mei June
you
to go
could,
either way he wants.
You could squeeze in. It would just be difficult to
Yeah,
get
but
through
then
the
I'm
door.
gonna be in everyone's way, and yeah, it's
Alright, so you just back up instead.
yeah, and I'm gonna just do a dodge and wait for
Alright, Miss Wren.
just for yeah.
Beryl steps back and dodges. What do you want to do?
Shoot. The light is on me, so okay. I just wanted to see if that thing was wounded. All right. I hate to keep wasting arrows on this thing.
Don't forget that the bag of holding has a bunch of arrows right now.
Oh, right. Yep. Then I'm going to waste arrows on this thing. Kensei shot.
22 minus
17?
5. 17 would just... well, do you have sniper?
I do. I have
Alright, good.
sharpshooter.
Yeah, because you would have cover, but you ignore cover, so that would hit. Barely hit. So you do 21 points of damage.
Wow.
As the
22.
golem, or 22, as the golem looks like it's on its last legs, but it's still up.
Second shot. Nope.
No, that would shatter off its armor. The hostile goes. It's going to take 2 swings at your ally. It would strike twice, dealing 44 damage to your friendly golem.
Oof.
There's a bunch of cracks forming him, but it is still up. Reed, you're up.
Gonna head back down and take a peek and say, okay.
Pew, pew.
2 more shots. You got this, Archer Golem. Archie the Archer Golem.
It was Archie.
It's a miss for the first one,
Yep.
right? 16.
Yeah, that would bounce off its hide, but you would strike with the second one doing 11.
Okay.
And more cracks form. Anything else?
10 feet back, and that's it.
Alright, Sim.
Let's keep playing the Warlock game.
Yeah.
So you would shoot it first for 12, but then miss with the second shot, and the creature is barely standing. There's like pieces falling off him now like crazy. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, Mei June.
Now that Dilla's a little less chaotic here, I'll move. Well, let's see. Yeah, so 5, 15, 20. So from here, not really sure what's going on. Yeah, I think I'll get to here. And then, knowing that I probably can't get any further, because it looks like this golem here is unscathed, so I'm going to assume that they've not been hitting it, and I'm just going to move back a bit, and then continue to take the dodge action. And then maybe next time I'll be able to get in if I need to.
So this one takes 2 swings at the hostile one again. Oh, crit.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Necessary.
So he would smash him to pieces with the first attack, dealing 38 points of damage.
Ooh.
And then he would just walk back over here and stand.
My friend Gamork, I am not one to criticize one who commands a killing machine, but you will feel very foolish if we find another figurine down here.
Okay, that's very fair. But I'm gonna go hug this golem that just took out the other golem.
All right. You hug the golem, but he has no reaction to it. He just kind of stands there.
I tell him to hug me back.
God, don't do that.
You will love me. Did you still have your figurine in there?
Yes.
All right. You are now being grappled by the golem. He puts his hands around you, and you are unable to move currently.
Okay, I tell him to stop grappling me.
All right. He lets go of you.
All right. Anybody else have any ideas of what I should do with this thing? Because I've got really great ideas.
If you simply tell it to follow you and protect you from threats, and then take the key out, perhaps it will stay active and follow you.
Oh, that's a good idea. I want to do that.
I thought you already tried taking the key out and it became inactive.
Yeah.
But
Well,
they did
if
not
I
have a
tell it-
command that it had
okay.
not fulfilled when
So
it
you're
took off.
telling it to follow you and protect you?
Even when the key is not in the tablet.
All right. Well, when you say that, it kind of steps forward and just stands next to you.
Okay. So I take the key out, and then I'm going to walk this way and see if it follows me.
All right. Oh, sorry.
It disappeared.
No, I just deleted it by accident. So when you walk away, it does indeed kind of go. It'll try to go. Yeah, it basically walks up next to you.
Is it making a ton of noise?
Well, yeah, it's a big statue. It's making as much noise as when you heard the other one tromping through the hallways.
Gotcha.
Perhaps another thing worth noting. If that other golem, the one we just destroyed, was wandering around down here, somebody down here has the other figurine.
Precisely what I
Maybe
was
that
thinking.
person died a long time ago.
Perhaps.
Awesome.
If its last order was a patrol schedule or something.
All right. Well, what do you want to do?
Hey, guys, what should we do?
I was totally expecting Mei June to get, like, jumped behind us all during that fight. Like, that went quite smoothly.
I was definitely nervous about it, hence the fucking paying attention down here. Having fought golems in a past life, because Mei Jun's a mercenary, he's maybe seen a golem or two. I would much rather fucking fight 6 of those than another fucking banshee. You should me.
Yeah, golems don't scream at you and make you fall over dead.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
all right. So, does anyone say kind of what they want to do next?
if there are more doors to open, perhaps. We cannot command the golem. Well,
I can.
I think perhaps this golem will only follow and protect you now. You did not tell it to obey subsequent orders.
Oh, well, shit.
Well, we are right here, so you can try that.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop wild shape.
All right, so you turn back into barrel.
We
Or
do not
just
know how
barrel.
complex or how extended in duration your orders can be. But it might work.
I'm going to tell the golem to punch against the wall over here and see what happens.
It just stands there, looking at you.
Okay, I'm going to walk back over to the tablet, put the figurine back in, and then I'm going to tell the golem to follow all my orders, even after I take the figurine out.
All right.
Okay, so now I'm going to take the figurine out and tell him to punch the wall up here.
All right, so he would walk up here and punch the wall once.
Oh, wow, look at you sneaky.
Enjoy your mindlessly obedient killing machine.
Okay, I will. Now I'm going to walk down to this door that seems really, really strong, and have the golem punch through this one.
So the golem
okay.
does not seem to follow you down there now.
Ooh.
Okay, golem, follow me. Golem, I'm talking to you. Follow me.
He has a name.
What's his name?
Stupid
Not hostile golem.
Archie.
Archie.
I think Reed has dubbed him Archie. Okay, Lou, by the way, while Mork was doing his command experiments in the other room, Beryl was trying to pick that lock.
Oh, all right. Yeah, with
I mean,
a 23,
I didn't want to interrupt, but
uh,
before he smashes the door,
sure.
I'd like to...
With a 23, you indeed would get it open. There's a click.
So just as the golem comes, she's just gonna kind of swing it open and like kind of hold her little hand to like.
No.
Ta-da!
All right.
Golem, do not smash barrel or the door.
All right. The golem does not do either of those things. It just stands there now. Actually, I think the last command you gave was follow you, so it would just still follow you. Or no, wait, that was a command, so now he's standing here.
So he doesn't.
He didn't say Simon says.
He can't do compound commands one at a time.
Doors one command at a time.
One at a time. Well, he's not. So yeah, whatever the magical tablet did, it's not following commands normally like a golem would. It's more very like specifically following the commands given.
Okay, golem. Simon says, "Open this door."
All right, he steps down.
Who's Simon?
He would push on it because actually I don't think his fingers move like hands. He doesn't have actual hands. But he pushes on the door, and it opens inward.
Rock'em sock'em stone golem.
Yeah, exactly.
At least he gets attacked first if there's something on the other side.
It opens into a strange-looking room that has a bunch of lichen growing on the floor. Yeah. And to the north, you see a bunch of dirt. Or moss.
Is this moss hostile?
Not obviously. It's just sitting there.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Can I investigate this room?
Yeah. So as you walk in, you see a really nice-looking altar with all these pretty inscriptions on it, and looks like there's artwork that's been etched into it of a bunch of different symbols and probably a little bit of pictures. On top of the altar, you see there is a small metal figurine.
Awesome. Am I able to do a history or a perception check on that altar?
Religion might tell you something if you have it trained.
I'm not trained in religion.
I'll give it a shot.
Alright, so Sim, you take a look at it. You think this is an altar to Corellin, the god of the elves.
Excuse me. She crawls through over his feet and stuff.
Alright. I'll just look at the base of the figurine and see if it matches the size of the indentation.
So this figurine looks like it is an elven warrior of some sorts. Once again, beautifully crafted, or I guess what metal work would be etched, or what would it be with metal? Not carved, but something else.
Embossed,
smithed, whatever. But yeah, it looks like an elven warrior with a very exotic-looking plate mail on in an action pose. Again, it's about a 6-inch figurine.
I'll shrug and say, well, we have a second figurine.
I'd like to investigate the lichen. Okay, she doesn't know, apparently,
Looks like
what
lichen.
this stuff is. I mean, okay, honestly,
soft
if she
and
doesn't
mossy.
Okay, with that roll, does she automatically assume it's not harmful? She might just eat some. That might be her way of testing it further.
It looks fine to you. You want to eat some of it?
Yep, she eats some.
Nom. Yeah, tastes gross, like lichen would taste.
Yeah, she would probably like that.
So yeah, it doesn't seem like this should be growing here naturally, but interesting thing is when you eat some of it, it pretty much grows back right away.
Oh, cool.
So you
Nice
wonder
soft
if
bed.
the
Woo.
nature energies of the altar are causing it to grow here.
Or maybe the fact that there was a treant down here. She's like, you know, that
Yeah, what if we
there
put
was a
the
bear at the
treant
time.
essence on the lichen? We'll grow a tree down here.
Just put a bunch of the sticks on here.
Yeah, we'll have a little
I mean,
We'll plant a bunch of baby Groots.
You could certainly try
baby
it.
roots, yeah.
Beryl has decided this lichen is a nice soft bed that she can relax on while you guys are examining this silly altar. And she's lounging.
I am not familiar with the Oblex or whatever it was that you mentioned, but if it is a fearsome threat that employs magic that targets the mind, perhaps having mindless obedient servant will serve well.
Oh, another tunnel. After Beryl went over against the wall, she realized there's a tunnel here.
There's a tunnel?
Apparently. Come look.
So that actually shouldn't be a tunnel. Ignore that.
Oh, okay.
That's just the,
Never mind.
that's
Beryl's
just the
seeing
dynamic
things.
lighting.
Maybe
being
the
weird.
lichen is the psychedelic or
Yeah,
whatever.
psychedelic lichen.
Sounds like a good time.
There we go. No tunnel.
Should we take this other figurine just in case it's controlling another golem?
It is likely good to have, although the other golem is likely destroyed.
Maybe we can mend it. Maybe Tribe can fix. Doesn't someone in Tribe have mendiness?
You should probably mend the golem that we have.
True.
Can we give it a healing potion?
No.
No, you don't think healing, or at least traditional healing, isn't going to work on a construct.
Well,
probably mending, or if someone has masonry skills or something, right?
So do you want to try mending?
Beryl doesn't have it. She was just suggesting it in case someone
I can
does.
get.
I
have gift.
She changed it during one of her ASS.
Oh, okay.
I can mend.
So casting mending on this thing does not seem to do anything. The magical damage to it does not repair, as far as you can tell.
Cool.
Something better. Maybe stone shape or something.
Then we'll wander back to the tablet room and then start laboriously and carefully copying down all of the runic inscriptions and making notes about any detail, at any level of detail he can discern.
It does look like the second indentation would fit the warrior figurine. Now that you kind of have seen it.
Beryl has chalk if you want to make a rubbing instead of copying it all down carefully.
Perhaps it's good to have rubbing, but it helped me remember to copy.
All right. Where are you copying this down into?
I have a book with me.
All right. So you're going to use a page out of your book?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you take some ink and you start copying. You think this will probably... You're going to try to copy it I'm assuming exactly all the shapes and everything?
As closely as I can, yep.
Give me... Do you have any type of tools that would help with this?
No, I mean, I carry things to write with and writing implements, but no tool proficiencies that are particularly relevant.
Just give me an intelligence check. I'll say give me Arcana check.
Oh, okay.
You can
That's
use
rather
Arcana
better.
for this. All right, so yeah, it's probably going to take you at least 15 or 20 minutes to get it all copied down, but you start copying it. What's everyone doing while this is happening?
Cast identify on those potions, or did we? Yeah, we already figured out what those were. Right?
Those were the healings, yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna make sure we have that other figurine just in cases.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna follow up with the rest of the group and make sure my golem is following and protecting us.
All right. Yep. If you order it, it would follow you up the hallway.
Okay.
Just knocks everyone over as it walks past.
Beryl will just take a little cat nap in the lichen while they finish up in the tablet room.
Alright, so time is passing. Give me a d20 roll. As you attempt to finish copying this. You do indeed. 20 minutes passes uneventfully. It seemed Or it seems whatever banshees were in the area either left or are hiding, because they haven't come out to attack yet.
They're just gathering their forces and are going to attack in mass.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one, and he went to find 7.
The banshee armies. All right, so it is probably, yep, a little ways into afternoon at this point. What does everyone want to do?
I'm following over to the east where Meijun is, and my golem is following behind.
He's making a bunch of noise, big stone footsteps.
Should we keep exploring southwards?
All right.
Or should we go back up and around?
Back up and around where?
Up north and then to the west. Wasn't there another place we hadn't explored yet? I may be misremembering.
I don't think so.
I mean, there are
Okay.
areas on the west side of the dungeon that you haven't explored, but within these elven ruins, I think you've explored everything north.
Okay. So we go southwards then?
Certainly can.
Yep.
Since Beryl was a bear when they investigated the tree, she's not looking to take a bunch of time or stop the party, but she would pop in there and just kind of take a look. I don't know if she could roll like a nature or an investigation or something just to see if there's anything more to know.
It looks like Reed was pretty thorough collecting the rare herbs and parts of it. You don't think there's anything else you can do with it?
Okay, yeah. No, it wasn't so much for like materials. It was like, I don't know. She feels some connection as a druid.
Yeah, you might be a little sad to see the.
She might have never
dead.
seen one before either, so there's like a respect and awe.
Yeah, that's probably true as well. She's never seen something like this. Looks neat.
She actually does have a way to become one, but she's never did it.
Alright, so looking south, it looks like there was a door here at one point, but it may have been bashed inward, as you see some old wood laying on the ground. Inside, there are strange... it looks like this might be some kind of mausoleum or crypt, as there are a bunch of openings in the wall that are covered with tombstones.
Okay. As I stand in the doorway and note these things, I'll look back to Reed, and I'll say, it seems like maybe it was some sort of burial room. There's some tombstones in the walls, if that is of interest to you. I'm not really sure what they are.
Any of them appear empty or open?
One of them is partially open, this one here. It looks like if there was a body inside, it may have been pulled out, because there's nothing in there now. There's no bones or anything.
Maybe we should put the bones that we found up north and lay them to rest here.
Maybe LOD making things come out of their crypt.
Maybe what? Oh, LOD? Huh? I guess that's possible.
This one squeezes in here.
I'm not proficient in investigation, but I am in perception. Am I able to perceive what's in these?
Well, so one of them is open, and the other 4 are closed. But the one that's opened, it doesn't seem like there's anything in it. Like I said, the body was either pulled out, or maybe there was never a body in there.
And are they like elven names on the tombstones?
Yeah, elves may have been laid to rest within. You would notice in this one that there are a bunch of like mosses growing in there, almost as if like the space has been enchanted.
Is there something we can do to see what those mosses are? Like Arcana or Nature?
If you wanna, do you wanna like kind of shine a light in there and take a look?
Yes.
All right, so you wanna look closer. Go ahead, give me a Nature check.
I'm not proficient in nature, but I am in
And
Arcana.
actually, all right. Well, Arcana wouldn't help much here, but history might tell you something as well. History or nature, and if you have both, you get a bonus to your roll.
I've got history, but not nature.
Give me a history check.
It's-
At disadvantage, unfortunately. 13. You think that these mosses have something to do with elven burial rituals, but you don't know much about it. Beryl,
does somebody else want to give it a shot? Okay.
Beryl, you'd come to the same conclusion if you don't have history.
No, she doesn't. She's just nature.
Okay, so yeah, you'd come to the same conclusion. They are kind of rare, so they could be collected, but you know that it's supposed to be like very bad to collect. Well, actually, you don't have history. Never mind, you might not know that. Yeah, they look rare.
I have
Well, in that case,
religion
she would
and-
start collecting them.
Oh, actually, religion might. Okay, yeah, give me a religion check.
Yeah, I have religion and I speak Elvish and I have herbalism. So all of that gives me some sort of benefit.
I'll give you a +4 to your roll for having all that.
Sweet. My roll is going to be awful.
It always
Hey.
21.
That's
So
an
yeah,
awesome
you know
roll.
that a lot of times in elven burial rituals, they'll enchant the inside of the burial space to grow lots of rare herbs like this to honor the dead and make it smell nice, which it does smell really nice in there. But yeah, you know it's supposed to be very like taboo and against like burial rites to collect those after someone's been buried here.
Beryl, don't take it. It's
Well, Beryl's down the hallway.
It's supposed to stay there.
Oh, she stops then. No, I mean, I was playing like I was in there. Sorry,
Oh, okay. So yeah, sure. If you were in
peeking
there,
notes
like
in another
room,
window,
yeah.
and
sure, if
sorry,
you were
I was
in there
peeking notes in
reaching
the other
in, then
window.
yeah, okay. So she would say that, like, don't take those.
I just switched back to this window for a little bit.
Can I tell the golem to open up these other 3 and see if we can find anything in there?
You could, but that would kind of be a little bit of grave robbing.
Yeah, I would advise Gmork against that.
Okay, grave robbing is bad. That's okay. I won't do that.
Depends on the grave, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, these are elvish graves, so
There might
I'm
be
half
banshees.
elvish, so I'm half offended.
Yeah, he's only half offended. He's like, I'm half upset by this. All right. Well, what do you want to do?
I follow where the group leads.
Yep.
As
Gotta
does my
finish your
golem.
sweep. Let's go.
Onward.
And the golem is still following you, because that was the last command you gave him. So when you get to the bottom here, it looks like the hallway goes east, heading off into a new area. But it also goes west to a doorway over here.
I'll call the door out to Gmork. He's quite fond of them.
I am. I check to see if it's locked.
Does anyone have a passive perception over 17?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I believe our highest is 17, since Nikolai left.
Okay. So the door is again, it looks like it's stuck. However, actually we are at about 8:30. This might be a good place to stop before we open a new door.
Yeah.
Works for me.
So why don't we give MVP votes? Give me a whisper. So, we'll continue to... Actually, we're almost done with this area. We'll continue to explore the elven runes next time and see what the group wants to do next. Oh, it's 3 and 3. Gmork and Sim, give me D20 roll off.
I never win these. Might as well just give Steve the point.
Oh boy.
You never know. Never know. 5% chance.
We've seen a lot of fucking ones today.
I know.
Yes, we have.
Alright, give me a d20 roll, Gamork.
Just in case.
Just in case he rolls a
It
1.
could happen.
Could happen.
I thought
Then
that
you
was
both-
my roll. Sorry.
Alright.
Oh, there we go.
So
There you go.
Gamork is MVP. Congrats.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Well, everyone who voted for me.
Everyone else. I hate you. Alright, so yeah, we'll continue next time, and yeah, hopefully everyone had fun.
Yeah. Good game, guys.
Good.
Take some notes,
Yeah,
but you're all
enjoyed it.
welcome to take off.
Good night, all.
Thanks, Lou.
Right.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Don't forget to record your inspiration. Good morning.
How do I do that?
On D&D Beyond, there's a little inspiration box that just like lights up like a sun. If you only have one, that works. But Blue does allow you to kind of stack them and collect them up to 10 over time. So you might want to create a box, your Roll20 sheet as well.
Okay. You're gonna have to show me how to do that.
What I've done on D&D Beyond is just create a custom item and call it inspiration and count those. That works pretty well as well.
Okay.
If you prefer to track your inventory there.
Yeah. Excellent. I will do that. Oh, I see the inspiration box now. Okay. I've got it. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I am disconnecting now. I hope you all have a nice evening.
You as well,
Night.
thank you.
Good night.
Alright, hopefully everyone watching enjoyed it as well.